Today's video is Remembering Cartoon Fridays. This is a special video I decided to make since Cartoon Network's 20th anniversary is today. Happy 20 years, Cartoon Network! Oh! I thought I'd say that to be funny. You know, I figured Mordecai and Rigby, that's something they would say. Anyways, I can't believe it's been 20 years since Cartoon Network was born. You know, time flies, and I hate when time flies. It really needs to slow down a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to talk about one of the best Friday night blocks ever in Cartoon Network history that aired 13 years ago. Cartoon Fridays. I enjoyed and grew up with this Friday night block since 2000 because back in the 90s, I didn't have Cartoon Network. All I had was Nickelodeon, Kids WB, Disney's One Saturday Morning, Fox Kids, and so on. I didn't have digital cable until 2000. It was the perfect Friday block to me, coming home and enjoy for the rest of the evening after school. People probably has a couple slices of pizza when watching CCF and just getting ready for the weekend. And what got me pumped about the block was tuning in to new episodes of your favorite cartoons. Also knowing what character from different shows were hosting, not to mention seeing characters interact with each other. I remember the characters that hosted. There was Johnny Bravo, Double D by himself, Ed and Eddie hosting together, the Mayor, Miss Bellum, Dexter, Eustace by himself. He hosted by himself one time. Eustace and Mariel, they hosted a couple of times. Sheep in the Big City. Otto, Larry, and Tub Russell from Time Squad. The only characters that didn't host was characters from Michael and I, Cow and Chicken, Iron Weasel, etc. I think if CCF didn't go away back in 2003, I think the other characters probably had a shot of hosting. And who can forget Mojo Jojo, Blossom, and Courage accidentally hosting together? We all know Mojo was supposed to host by himself that one time, but apparently someone messed up the schedule. Probably someone with the initials of JB. It was also funny when Mojo started telling some corny jokes while Blossom and Courage are looking at him like, what the hell? And then after the third joke, this monkey starts sweating, and Blossom's like, boo, boo, show some cartoons already. You got that right. Dinner was a big pick weekend. During the summertime, CCF would show cartoon shows that would be winners as the newest cartoon. Grim and Evil, Kids Next Door, and Robot Jones were a part of it, as I remembered, and they soon became a part of the cartoon family. Dinner was the big game Super Bowl tailgate party, where the cartoons would get ready for the big game. It was that Bugs and Daffy marathon thing I remember, kind of like a NFL Super Bowl spoof. I remember that back in 2000. So they were doing that. My favorite part was when Johnny was doing a barbecue and he was making these hot wings for Dexter and the Mayor, and then Chicken shows up and he's like, what you eating? And then Johnny's like, nothing. That was funny because he had hot wings, and we all know Chicken would be pissed if he found out Johnny, Dexter, and the Mayor was, eating his own kind. Dinner was the Halloween and Christmas specials. The Halloween special was funny and great, and not to mention seeing the characters dressed up as other characters. I loved the Halloween special. I enjoyed. I just remember watching it back in October 2000, getting pumped up inside about it. And it was hysterical to see Ed dressed up as Dee Dee. Oh, God, that was hilarious. Plus, the CCF Halloween intro was cool, spooky, and eerie. I actually enjoyed the holiday special, the Christmas one, where the characters did similar references to A Charlie Brown Christmas. I laughed out loud seeing them dancing the same way the Peanuts gang did. And them singing like the Peanuts did in that Charlie Brown Christmas special towards the end when they were fixing Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Ooh, that was funny as hell. That was funny. And I definitely cracked up when the cartoons were in a circle and they was singing that Grinch song. And it was very funny when Buttercup was the only one who wasn't singing, and she was swung back and forth just like that little girl in the Grinch movie. Oh man, that was funny. See, back then when Cartoon Network was so creative, and such geniuses that they came up with some creative, funny stuff, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, and who can forget Cartoon Network's Summer Fridays back in 2003? I mean, that was one of the best summers of Cartoon Network in Cartoon Network history. That was the last good summer block. Although 2005 Cartoon Network was good, but it can't beat 2003's. I mean, I remember Coolio performing Dexter's song from the Dexter's Laboratory soundtrack back in 2002. What's his name? Dexter. That's the jam. There was one song called "Hey Johnny Bravo." It was by this group called Reverend Horton Heat. That was a jam too. And that one song, "Signal in the Sky," that was a jam too. The song by the Powerpuff Girls, from the Powerpuff Girls. Oh God, all three of those songs were a jam, and it was just hysterical seeing all the characters, the way they were dancing and stuff. And I was really rolling when Dee Dee and Marie Canker from Ed, Edd n Eddy and Lil Susie from Johnny Bravo, the way they were screaming when the artists were performing. Oh, God, it was just hysterical. Man, I was pumped up that summer in 2003. I was just jumping for joy when I saw that, man. Oh, God. That was some funny stuff. Funny stuff. Then, sadly, in October of late 2003, CCF was forever gone, right in front of our eyes. And I'll never forget that day when I saw the promo for the new Fridays. And I was like, what the heck is this? Because at first I thought it was probably going to be like a new CCF Friday night block. I thought it was Cartoon Fridays. I thought it was going to be like a little bit different or something. But no, the week after that, I found out that the new Fridays was a first ever live action Friday night block. Yeah, so this is when Cartoon Network started coming up with the idea for live action shows. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Now, I really didn't have a problem with the new Fridays. I mean, I appreciate that they still showed new episodes of our favorite cartoon shows and stuff, but it just didn't feel like CCF because I was just used to seeing cartoon characters interacting and hosting a Friday night block. That's what I'm used to. That's what I like. That's what I appreciate. I just like that. But either way, it was okay. At the beginning, Tommy Schneider and Zynga were hosting. But then after that Christmas special in 2004, Zynga left. She was replaced. I don't know why she left. I thought she was a good host, but I don't know why she left. Well, I don't know if it was due to personal reasons or she decided to do something else. I don't know. But she was replaced. Tommy was still there, and she was replaced by Tara Sands. Tara, she was a good host. She was okay. She was decent. She was pretty cute, but she was all right. And I remember Amy Lee performing one song called "My Cartoon Network." I like that song. That song makes you reminisce on how Cartoon Network was good back then compared to what it is now, with the majority of crappy shows and the live action stuff. It makes you reminisce that. And I also remember Rihanna and Neo performing on the new Fridays. I remember that. Then in 2007, the new Fridays, it finally ended. I was happy about that, thank God. So then I was like, so are they going to bring back Cartoon Fridays, or are they going to come up with a new Friday night block? I didn't know what was going on. So then 6 months later, after the new Fridays disappeared, they brought in this load of crap. The biggest disgrace of live action shows, live action Friday night blocks ever in Cartoon Network history. No other program than Friday Dynamite. You know what? The new Fridays was way better than Friday Dynamite. Friday Dynamite was a load of crap. It was terrible. You got these ugly ass kids hosting and acting corny and cheesy and goofy as ever. Especially the host. The host got on my nerves right here on that picture. You know what? I ain't mean to say ugly kids. I did not mean to say that. But they got on my damn nerves, man. I mean, it was great that they showed new episodes of our cartoon shows, but it was just terrible what they did when they were not showing new episodes of our cartoons and stuff. And I remember this one parody they did. It's called The Sour Life of Jack and Grody. Okay, so Cartoon Network's doing parodies of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They're doing parodies of Disney Channel shows. It was god awful. It was corny and cheesy. It was not funny. It's like, what the hell is Cartoon Network doing? Fried Dynamite was terrible. I'm glad that and Out of Jimmy's Head, I'm glad that those two terrible programs that made Cartoon Network go downhill since 2007, I'm glad that they disappeared since 2008 and only ran for one damn season. I didn't think they were not going to last that long. And now they're burning in TV hell for all I care. Thank God. Because I know barely anybody remembered those two programs. But luckily, 4 years later, Cartoon Network brought us back Cartoon Planet. Thank God. But now I'm just hearing that Cartoon Network is probably going to cancel Cartoon Planet. I don't know why. I don't know why Cartoon Network does this sometimes. They bring something good, and then all of a sudden it disappears, and then they go back to right where they started, since 2004. It's like, come on, Cartoon Network, what are you doing? Are you trying to disappoint us? We need Cartoon Planet. It's a good Friday night block that we've had in years. We need Cartoon Planet. But I checked at Wikipedia. It says right now it's on hiatus. So Cartoon Planet may not be canceled. I hope it's not canceled. I hope and pray it's not. Cross your fingers and just pray that Cartoon Planet is not canceled. I hope it's not. But if it does, I'm going to be pissed. We need Cartoon Planet, Cartoon Network. Don't mess us up. And don't just do this for the 20th anniversary. Keep Cartoon Planet for infinity. Anyways, this has been my Remembering Cartoon Fridays video. I thought I'd do this because, 20 years today for Cartoon Network. Again, happy 20 years to Cartoon Network. I miss Cartoon Fridays. Like I said, I still can't believe it's no longer on Cartoon Network. They should bring back like a new Cartoon Fridays Friday night block. They can change the intro a little bit, but they can mix it with the old and new shows. And I would love to see Gumball, Regular Show, and Adventure Time and other good new shows that are original as, cartoons. Again, Nickelodeon still has their Nicktoons. Why don't Cartoon Network still have their cartoons? That's unfair to me. It doesn't make any sense. And I would love to see more of that. But, yeah, I also enjoy the 20th anniversary Cartoon Network bumpers. I also enjoy the that cartoon movie theater bumpers where the characters from Regular Show, Adventure Time, and Gumball interact with each other. I love those. And Cartoon Network, happy 20 years. Keep on going. Keep up the good work. Don't mess up. 20 years. Congratulations. That's all I have to say. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you later.